do this. There we go. What's up, everybody? It's time for our Purrsday Chat. If you haven't seen humans on camera before, I am Sam. My wife Amanda and I are your fosters. We've been fostering for 5 years and fostered over 125 cats and kittens. Our current kittens are the Princess Bride kittens, 3 boys and 1 girl, and we'll get into those in a little bit. I think our bot is having some serious issues right now. This isn't working. Okay, cool. Our current goal is 15,000 followers, which we're pretty close to, and 5 daily subs. We do these chats 3 times a week, Tuesday and Thursday evenings at 9 p.m., which is 2100 on the clock in the corner, and another chat Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Those are Pacific times, as we are based in Los Angeles. And we do these chats to give updates on the cats and kittens, as well as give you a chance to ask any questions you may have. If you're ever in the chat and a question comes to you but we're not on screen, head over to the channel point rewards, hit the save a question button. You can enter a question that we will answer in a future chat. And if we really like it, we'll turn it into a TikTok or YouTube video kind of thing. Yeah, so please feel free to ask questions, and if you're out there watching, drop a hi or some emotes in the chat so we know you're there, but feel free to lurk as well. I'm a little sleepy right now. We have some packages to open in a little bit. I believe one of those is thanks to Mickey Poo, if not both. But we'll do actual thanks when we get there. Thanks, Means. Moats. How's everybody doing? I think you can probably hear Iris singing in the background. She's not asleep yet. Sounds like she's going to her room. Cool. Let's take a quick look at the game stats. We've been, if you haven't been paying attention, we've been doing our 2nd annual St. Patrick's Day game, and right now in the top 10, we're almost hitting 6,000 in the pot of Purrs. Mean still leading by a small margin. Actually, looks like you've gained some, gained a little there. Last time it was closer. It was like within the 200. Means, then CG, Mickey Poo, iStatic, Amanda, and then the rest of us. Amanda's winning. So yeah, anyone in the top 10 will receive a 10th of the Purrs that are in the Leprechaun's pot of Purrs at the end of the game, which will be the morning of the 19th. We'll do it in that chat. CG is rampaging. Well, see, if you want to win, you have to not sleep. So, but no, anyone who was on that list who's in the top 10, you're number 3. It still counts. I will be the winner. I mean, I guess I can program a cheat. This is a little cheat thing. I mean, you know, it's my marriage here, guys, so I hope you don't mind. You can beat Sam. That's a claim to fame. I don't even care if I'm in the top 10. I just wanted to do it enough to, like, keep things going. I mostly do it just to make the rainbow go away faster. I'm like the second part of the leprechaun. I already beat Sam. Come in here. Get the beers. Root beers. And get in here. I'm gonna make cats big, me small. Me small, cats big. Mick, go. Where is everyone? Boom. That's not what I wanted. I wanted more out. That's what I wanted. Great. What is a root beer? Do you not have root beer in New Zealand? Is that not a beverage you have? It is like a soda. Do you have birch beer? It is a non-alcoholic bubbly beverage made from the roots of something, hence the term unknown root beer. I've seen a few rainbows leave before they arrive. Yeah, something is, in fact, I think, very broken with the chatbot, and I may have to do like a full, like, I don't even know, man. Like, I'm gonna have to just like start tearing things apart at some point, but I'm gonna wait until after this game. It's not. So like ginger beer, but with unknown roots. It's not like ginger beer, because ginger beer has like a spicy snap to it. Root beer is just very sweet.
It's very sweet, and it's so delicious.
It's very good. I also am shocked that it's not like a national, like a global thing.
International.
I got it. Oh, international is the word I wanted. Thank you. Global works. Yeah, I really don't know what to compare it to.
Nothing. I mean, it's kind of like a soda, like a like a cola, but it's
not.
sweeter, kind of like a cherry cola, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's its own taste. It's its own
Yeah, I mean, it's
flavor.
as much like a cola as Dr. Pepper is. Like,
Yeah.
it is its own
Yeah.
thing. But yes, it's on the same scale of sweetness, I suppose. Really? There's no root beer stuff at all? Like candy?
It's very common here to have it with ice cream
Yeah.
as a float.
This breaks me. Like,
And
there's so many things that I will take
and
at face value, but
They
this
have,
hurts.
They have little root beer candies.
That's
They're
what
like
I'm saying,
hard
man.
candies.
Yeah, those hard candies.
They're delicious.
Yeah, it was
Those
like
were the thing when we were little.
That's
man.
what, yeah, and they also have like a gummy root beer more recently, which is still pretty good. Yeah, no, you should splurge, get some of that stuff. I guess. How's everybody doing? We didn't grow up with root beer or Dr. Pepper. I'm sure we could find it on the American shelf now. I'd have to look for it. That's so weird.
If you go somewhere that has soda,
I
like,
would never
like
have
a wide
assumed it
range
was so
of-
American.
of like soda pop, and they have root beer, like American stuff, you should get it and try it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
report
definitely.
back.
Yeah, I'd like to see your opinion, because I love it. I think it's great. More so than most sweet beverages. I used to love root beer, but turns out I'm allergic to the foaming agent, so I had to give it
Do
up.
you hear this?
Yeah, is that my cat?
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah. I assume they can.
That's a Nara.
Meow. Meow. That's when she has like a gold crinkle ball.
Or a bracelet.
Oh, or a bracelet. Mickey got cut off and said, "But I love Dr. Pepper." Me too.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of really Dr. Pepper or like a cherry cola. I don't really like either of those.
I
I would
like
prefer root beer or just like a straight Coke.
See, I like regular Coke, but Dr. Pepper and cherry cola were my thing for a very long time. I don't remember the last time I had soda. I used to drink Diet Coke like 2 liters a day, but it's been probably 5 years. Then I would have a Fanta occasionally, but not even that for a year or two. Who was meowing?
Fanta's yummy.
That was Anara, my cat, meowing. I love cherry Coke. Vicky, we are in the same. We are the same. What area are you in, Mickey Poo? I don't. Do we know that? Okay.
If we did, we have forgot.
Mostly, I want to see her. She's near Michigan.
Did I
You
was
can get
forgot?
Fago.
Fago.
Yeah.
So
This
in
thing, you get the
Detroit,
Rock and Rye.
in Detroit, Michigan, they produce a soda called, the brand is called Fago. And they have a lot of different flavors. They have like strawberry, orange, root beer, cola, cream soda, which is really good. And then they have this one called Rock and Rye, which is very similar to like a Dr. Pepper.
So it's like Dr. Pepper with
Favorite
cream
beer.
soda. Mickey knows. Rock and Rye is great, but sadly it uses the same foaming agent as root beer and cream soda. Oh yeah, there you go. It's basically a raspberry cream soda. I wouldn't say it's raspberry, but okay.
Maybe.
I mean, I think they have. I don't know.
It's dark. The color of it is like a cola.
It definitely tastes like Dr. Pepper with.
It's kind of a
vanilla.
reddish brown, technically. My favorite.
I used to love it. Right on. Me too.
And they also have one that's just called Red Pop.
Yeah, sure.
Which is, I believe, Red Pop is like a strawberry.
It's just lollipop in soda form.
My favorite is cream soda.
Yeah, cream soda.
For sure.
Good.
I love the cream soda.
Yeah. What's in the boxes? Definitely at least mostly food, from what I can tell based on weight. We'll see. That big box may have more things in it. I think this is food. I don't know. That might also have something else in it. We'll see. We'll see. We'll find out. I'm gonna step out for just a quick second. What?
Make sure Iris is back in her room and not still in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's part of what I'm doing, because I have to do that.
How's it going, everybody? So Mickey, did you say where you were from? I don't see that in the chat. Or what area are you in? Exactly. I don't know if I'm supposed to say so, but I know Turner is from Michigan, also, like me. Although Turner hasn't been around much lately. Oh, you are from Michigan. Oh, that's right. Just outside Detroit. I think we did know that. Like, oh God, I'm trying to think if you said where. Oh, near the airport. That's awesome. So I grew up in Ypsilanti. Ypsi Art, Ann Arbor. So she's from right outside of the Detroit airport. Which is about 20 minutes from where I grew up.
Nice. Very cool. I mean, once she knew what Rock and Rye was, I had a feeling. That narrows things down dramatically. It just doesn't exist outside of there. I mean, unless you really, like, I mean, yeah, we have like that one place, and if you know,
it's Chicago, in the Michigan and the surrounding areas, Ohio, Illinois, like those places know they go, but not much beyond that.
Yeah. Except for some really, really extreme insane clown posse fans.
Hey, you want Hungry Howie's?
There we go.
Hungry Howie's.
Oh, God,
3 cheese
yes,
and pepperoni, please, or Cajun crust.
Stop it. Why did you do this?
A Cajun crust is the best thing in the world, and I talk about it all the time whenever we eat pizza. I'm like, oh man, I miss Cajun crust, and I bring it up to Sam, and he
She really hit me.
He doesn't.
Lean says, we'll get back to pizza because that's important. I ordered some stuff. It said it should be there tomorrow by 10 p.m. You will have to wait till Caturday chat to open it because there's something that is a surprise, not from the wish list. And then you sound insane.
I think she was talking to me.
To you, yeah, because of Cajun crust.
Mm-hmm. So when I was in high school, my boyfriend in high school used to order Hungry Howie's so often that he would call them and they would be like, hey Mike, how's it going? Or he would call and say, hello, I would like to order a 3-cheeser pepperoni please with Cajun crust. And they would go, sure Mike. And they already knew his address and everything, like you didn't have to say anything. Because this was back in the day when you actually had to call places. And yeah, it was funny. Anyways, I just liked the Cajun crust. I would like not eat the rest of the pizza and just eat the crust. So delicious.
It's a terrible story and I hate it.
I'm thinking.
I just did. Sorry.
I still have ICP in high school, only 1 to 2 songs I still enjoy as an adult, but I do mad respect them for all the support they give their local communities. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
so
great.
when I was in high school, one of my best friends was originally from Chicago and then moved to Ann Arbor, and she went to Ann Arbor Huron High School. And we worked at Toys R Us together. She was a couple years older than me, and she was like insane for ICP. She was crazy. Like,
Is this Jenny too?
no, it was Jamie Packowitz. And so she dragged me to a couple ICP shows. I've been doused with Faygo at an ICP show. I can say that legitimately. I was not a fan, really. She was a big, big fan. I was not a fan, but I just went because it was fun to see her get so excited over ICP. I thought they were kind of silly, personally. I was really into like ska and punk and stuff
Me
at that
too.
time.
Yeah, me too.
And then quickly after that, I got into like gangster rap. But yeah, but this was in the 90s, you know, because I'm old. But so anyway, that's my ICP story.
Okay.
If you call, you know who, you can complain about if something goes wrong.
What was that in reference to?
Call, you know who.
I assumed I was you know who, but I don't know.
What can I complain about? What?
Is it about pizza or Faygo? I don't know what we're talking about anymore. Or is it about the things that are coming on Saturday? Technically Friday, but we'll open on Saturday.
Oh, okay. I think she was talking about the things
The
she ordered.
things.
That would make more sense.
Who's you calling
Calling
to
to
order
order
something
something.
you don't call to order anymore?
Oh, right.
For like the pizza story. So if you call,
Then
you know who you
can
can
complain
complain about.
Yeah, if something goes wrong. That's true. Because when shit goes wrong, when things go wrong when you order stuff from Amazon, you just kind of gotta eat it. Because there's like no one to contact.
It's rough.
It sucks. Like when there's like a legitimate error and you actually need to speak to a person to like work out an issue, there's no one to speak to.
Yeah. You have to be like, I would like to report robot 297-52BA.
Yeah.
Did not accurately pull my chips off the shelf.
I'm also a big White Stripes fan, and they're from the Detroit area.
Are they?
Yes.
I don't think I knew that.
White Stripes are from Detroit, M&M's from Detroit,
Yeah,
Iggy Pop is from
I didn't
technically
know-
Ann
is it?
Arbor. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Madonna's from Bay City,
I knew that.
which is right next to Flint.
Uh-huh. And then one of my all-time favorite bands, Peg Boy, is from Chicago.
Cool.
Formerly Naked Ray Gun. So, ringworm report. Any-
Still have it.
Yeah. Woohoo!
Would you like to see? Here, let's do a human ringworm update. This is what my human ringworm looks like. It's
Yep,
not
it's a ring.
focusing.
That's
It's like
That's
a
how it
little
works.
dry and crusty around the edges.
just like me.
It's getting dark.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's itchy. It burns. Like sometimes I don't feel it at all, and then sometimes it's like hella itchy.
Yeah.
But I think it's getting
Yes.
better. I think it's starting to like heal.
Yeah.
I will admit I've been using cat
you-
stuff on it.
Do you glow under the thing?
No, I've never
We
glowed.
don't have spores.
Not
that's
even
it.
since the
Okay.
beginning.
So it hasn't spread. Does it generally spread? Are you covering
I only
it?
covered it today for a little while with a Band-Aid because technically, you want it to stay dry. You don't want it to get like wet
Yeah,
or
you're right.
moist. It grows in moist, dark areas. But you can cover it a little bit here and there just to like
Because it's a fungus.
keep it from rubbing on stuff, you know.
That's how funguses work.
So I've been talking to some people from Kitten Rescue and other fosters and stuff who've dealt with this a little bit more than me. And I found out that like once the kittens have started treatment, it generally doesn't keep spreading. Like what did they say? About a week or so after they start treatment, they stop shedding spores as much, like it greatly diminishes. So so the daily changing of the pen and that kind of like daily cleaning is not as crucial after the first week once they've started the treatment. And also, she said once they start the treatment, they really don't get any worse than where they're at. From that point on, it's mostly just better.
Right.
Although, we will say this. So far, Buttercup and Fezzik are more or less spot-free. They have a little bit of glowing like around their claws and like around their nostrils and stuff like that, but they don't have like legit spots on their skin where like their fur, where like they have a big, you know, patch where their fur's coming out.
Right.
Inigo and Westley do. Westley has a really large spot on his back left leg, and he has multiple spots on his face, as well as Inigo has a really big spot around his left eye and on his face.
Yep.
His nose and mouth and stuff. So I finally got the new meds for them yesterday, and I gave them to them, and shortly after I gave the new meds, they started exhibiting some side effects. Like common side effects apparently are nausea and vomiting, so loss of appetite and vomiting. At least one, if not two of them vomited yesterday shortly after getting their medication. And then they all kind of stopped having the same appetites that they were having.
Yeah.
They continued to eat, but with a lot less vigor and enthusiasm as they had been eating. And a couple of them really didn't eat at all, namely Inigo. Like I would put the plate down, and instead of all four of them swarming the plate and just gobbling it up, like 2 or 3 would go to the plate. Inigo just didn't go at all, and maybe a second one would like sniff it and wander off, and 2 of them would stay to eat, and they'd only eat about half their food. So it was clear to me after that the medicine was like, that they were having side effects from the medicine.
Yeah.
Especially Inigo and I think Buttercup. So Fezzik so far doesn't really seem to be bothered by it, and Westley kind of half and half. So basically, I was told that I should discontinue the oral meds for a little bit until they're eating normally again, because that's like more important. So I didn't give them their meds today, and I will play it by ear tomorrow. They're still eating. They're just not eating as well as they were. But I will say that they cleaned this plate, although I gave them less food than I normally do. So we'll see. Maybe they're starting to feel better. So I'm pausing meds for a little bit until their eating is back to normal. And then once it is, I'm going to reintroduce the meds again, but I'm going to do them at a lower strength. And hopefully they'll be able to stomach that. And we'll go from there. And the way that the meds work are, you're supposed to administer the meds for 5 weeks. And it's basically once a day for 7 days, and then you take a break for 7 days, and then you do it again for 7 days, and then you take a break for 7 days, and then you do it again. So it's 3 weeks on, 2 weeks off, alternating for 5 weeks. So that sounds intense, and it sounds like a really long time.
And I'm really just crossing my fingers and praying that like they get better faster than that, and they stop glowing under the light, and their spots go away, and their hair grows back, and all of that more quickly. These meds are supposed to be more effective than the fluconazole, which I had, and which I had been giving them. And Bridget had one kitten who was like a semi-feral that she had in a cat condo, and because she was feral, she wasn't able to like hand give her meds and put topical ointments on her, so she could only crush up the meds and put it into her food. And she gave her she had it really bad, like all over her face and stuff. She gave her the fluconazole in her food, and within 3 weeks she was fine. So, and that's without any topical or anything. And that's the med that's not even supposed to be as effective as the one that we have.
Right.
So I'm hoping that this 5-week thing is not for real, that they get better faster. But definitely the like needing to pause the meds while they get their appetites back is gonna put a bit of a damper on things. But hopefully not too much. It's a pain. The saddest thing to me is just that they have to be in there.
Yeah.
Like, that's the most frustrating part.
Yeah.
That and the fact that I'm just like extremely paranoid now.
Right.
That we have ringworm spores all over the house and all over this room, and I'm super paranoid that like from now on, no matter how well we clean and no matter what we do to try and get rid of them, every litter we have is going to end up getting ringworm.
I don't think that's gonna.
Because I kind of feel like based on how far along, how bad their ringworm was by the time that we found it, which was 1 week after taking them to the clinic. Actually, it was only 6 days after taking them to the clinic. I don't think they got it at the clinic. I think they got it here.
Well, maybe they had it since the shelter, but we just didn't see any signs of it. It was just really mild.
I don't know. I was watching someone play a game this morning, and it was raining, and I tried to say it's rather moist there, and it wouldn't post it in the chat because I remembered the wife hates that word and has it blocked.
How does she describe cake? No,
Did you treat Bonita
yeah.
and Cutie? Was it just Bonita like that for 5 weeks? Kitten is different. I did not treat them for 5 weeks. So I gave Bonita the oral medication. I actually didn't really give it to Cutie because Cutie didn't actually show any signs of having the ringworm. So I put colloidal silver on Bonita's spots on her paw and her cheek, and then like on a daily basis. And then I gave her the pill, the once a day fluconazole pill, and I think I gave it to her for like, it was probably about 3 weeks. It was at least 2 weeks. I would say probably 2 to 3 weeks that I gave her the pill. And then by that point, she was no longer glowing and her hair was beginning to come back. And there were no signs of ringworm. But also, her ringworm never really glowed that much. Like,
Yeah,
we always were kind of like, 75% sure it was ringworm, and then sort of a little bit wondering maybe it was something else.
Yeah.
Because it didn't really glow
Right.
the way a normal ringworm would. But sometimes ringworm doesn't glow. Not all strains of the fungus glow. So yeah, her treatment was not 5 weeks. It was a little bit less, and it did go away, and it didn't spread.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's also an adult, and she has a stronger immune system.
Sure.
She was fully vaccinated, like she just had advantages to that, like these kittens don't have, because they're so young and they don't have their mother's milk to build their immunity, and their systems are fragile. Ringworm can sometimes take weeks to show symptoms after contact.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can take like 2 weeks, which is why I was thinking that maybe they didn't get it from the clinic.
Right.
but rather from once we started letting them out of the pen into the room. Or, I don't know. Man, I'd happily contract Ringworm to jump in there and play with those kitties. You are
You're
a little
liar.
insane. I think you are crazy. No, thank you.
Amanda would gladly trade places with you because that itch is not fun. It's not one of those fun itches.
I want to play with them.
Yeah.
I do. I want to let them out. It's
Yeah.
very sad. It just makes me feel sad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they show really great improvement after a couple weeks and like they're not glowing anymore and their hair's starting to grow back and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
then, you know, we'll let them out. But
Right.
my biggest concern about having them run around the room is just that I don't want every single litter of kittens we get after this to get ringworm.
Right.
You know?
There was something.
Goobery next to that ball tower.
Oh, on the
Like
floor?
the pad is wet
Yeah.
by the cat bed. I can't see what it is.
This?
Something, yeah.
Looks like wet litter. I don't know. That could be vomit. I'm gonna inspect. Could be a little pukey. Yeah, paper towel or a rescue? Like,
Yeah.
what do you want?
There's probably cough up food.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna clean this whole thing because I didn't do
Okay.
it earlier because I had to take Iris to gymnastics. So I'm changing the.
You're gonna do like a whole new pad?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
changing everything. Like I'm gonna put
All right.
them in that carrier
Okay.
and change
All right.
everything. I need to get. See, I had stuff in the washer, and then when I went to put it in the dryer, I realized that the dryer was full of the girls' laundry.
Yep.
So I didn't get to buy a new pad oil.
Mean says, Amanda, did you get my email? She did.
I did.
That's why I responded
And
on the Discord.
I chose, was it just one photo? All I got was one photo. But me and the girls both chose option A.
Nikki says, you would need, yeah, it would be a pain if it's in the room. You would need to sterilize everything. What a nightmare.
Yeah, like, and if we didn't have a bed in this room, I would not give I would totally let them run around the room.
Right, sure.
You know, like if this bed weren't here and it was just like the cat tree and like those shelves
Take
and like
the
just
cat
the
tree and the
floor,
shelves
like
out.
this and that, I would just take the cat tree
Yeah.
and the shelves out, put that in the garage, and
Yeah.
just let them run around the room. And we'd put blankets down and toys down and, you know, things that could be washed or whatever. Like the floor could just be sanitized. Like that would be so easy. It's really just this bed
Yeah.
is a pain. And because we can't move the bed, like little
Right.
bits of litter and dust and
Yeah.
dirt get kind of around the edge of the bed frame on
Yeah.
the floor, you know, and like it just gets in everywhere and like
Yeah.
such a pain
Why can't you move the bed?
because it's
Because
massive.
where would we move the bed
And
to?
We both have really bad
Stop it.
backs.
I see your.
And how would we move it?
What-
Like where
what's
would
the
we
point?
move it to?
We couldn't move it anywhere.
It's not like we could take it out of the room.
She's being a jerk for the sake of making that face. What was the voting on the email that you did? What happened? I was not consulted about a vote.
It was 2 pictures of cats, and it says, well, how do they
Oh,
wear
the
pants?
pants?
Yeah.
I see. It was very serious for you there.
Yeah. It was.
Which ones did the girls choose?
Same option as me, option A.
Which was the back legs?
Which was where the butt is covered.
Right, the back legs
The
only.
back legs only.
The Garfield style pants. Or I guess the Mickey Mouse style. Okay. Speaking of backs, Amanda feeling better today? Not really. Today was not a good day. Yesterday was better.
Yeah.
Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots doesn't wear, he just wears boots and a cape.
Today,
He has no pants.
My back is very ouchy. I mean, I can walk,
No, Garfield doesn't wear pants.
but
It's Heathcliff? No, not even Heathcliff.
my back hurts. My legs a little better, but not that much. This morning was rough. No, not really. I'm not better. My body is
She's
messed
not
up.
better.
My body needs to see a professional. Why are you laughing at me? Don't laugh at me.
It's just worded weirdly.
Alright. They go in here.
Okay. So I was thinking about how if the cat is wearing pants just on the back legs, it would suggest they walk on two legs, but the other one looked really weird.
It did look really weird. I think that pants are supposed to cover your butt. And with option B, there was no, the butt was hanging out, right?
Right.
And then what if a cat comes up like this to do things? Can't have pants up here.
Okay.
Doesn't work.
Alright, whatever. What?
Pants are to cover your legs and your butt. Whatever it means.
That's my thing. That's what I said.
What I mean?
Yeah. Sorry, kittens.
I stole the babies.
That's not close. Okay.
What?
That's also my thing that I say. Is that leg, buddy? Alright, we're in the carrier. Amanda's gonna clean the thing. Should I move? No, they're not going anywhere. They're just getting put away while Amanda cleans the pen. So I mean, in that sense, yes, they've gone into a carrier for a little bit. You didn't copy it, write it, you stole it. I stole the copyright! You're not the only one who says it. Pretty sure I am. Okay. I mean, I suppose we should just make this big over here, because what's the point of just the empty crate?
Yeah, I smell better.
Oh, great. Cool. Yeah, after Amanda does this, we'll open up the packages. And then I don't know. In the meantime, can I make that happen? Aha! How's everybody enjoying the game?
Be warned, if you complain about it, Sam is going to turn it off
Yeah,
and
if you
never do
don't
it
say
again.
you're having a good time, then it's just gonna go away.
This is a loaded question.
And screw you.
Open the door, please.
Okay. Alright. I haven't lost a rod yet, so that's an improvement. I didn't make any changes. I was going to, and then I was like, oh, I can't. The kittens, they're in a carrier down where you can't see right now. Yeah, I got nothing on that angle. I guess 4 would see them. But not really, because they're kind of in the back of it. But they're... She's Or Amanda.
Open the door. No, I'm gonna touch
Gotcha.
the doorknob. I might have to sanitize it if I
You
touch
actually
it.
just say something.
I did. I said open the door.
I did not. All right, next time use your voice.
Seriously.
Or they're in there, but you can't really see them.
Be done in like 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Oh my god. 2 minutes?
Yes, we can, because now they want to see what Amanda is doing. All right, do whatever. Whoa. Maybe you could be, yeah, go. Maybe you could be on the pen. Oh no, how do I get to that screen?
My poor little body. Can I handle it? Pull my sleeve up. No, up.
Oh, uh-huh. When you have your hand like this, up is up. 7 was being, I came in and unfroze it. Did you notice that? If that's what you're referring to. Did it do it more than once? Because, yeah, I came in and I unfroze it like an hour or so ago. 2 hours ago? I don't even remember anymore. Yeah, I guess at this point it's almost 2 hours ago. Yeah. Nah, that's just temporary holding. Not kitty jail. Different. No, I don't have the sound up, do I? I noticed it went back to 7 after I put it on 5. I kept seeing things now like peripheral vision. I caught one of them like 2-inch band went across the middle, but it wasn't just one color. Like, oh, weird. I did not notice that. That's interesting. There was a point today where I was copying a bunch of files over to the hard drive, so it might have been like a CPU issue, where it was just like, this is too much. I can't handle it all. But I'm not copying anything else over it. So I was just trying to make space on the hard drive. And then SOS, I mean, maybe screams in binary. I don't know, it could be. Renee, how's it going? Welcome back. Amanda was just cleaning out the pen. The kittens will be back on the screen in full in a moment. That moment is now. Do what?
Put it back over there.
Oh, carrier?
Yeah. Hey. Don't uncover my bed.
Charlie Murphy. Somebody else moved it while I was moving it. Stop moving it while I'm moving it. I know you have a delay. Yeah. You didn't move it first. I was done moving it and then you moved it. But you have a delay, so you act like a crazy person. Yes. The bowing of the back and forth jumping sideways is always so funny. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I like the sideways arch jump. Always a good time.
Buttercup is excellent at like jumping
Yeah.
up in the air and pouncing and
Uh-huh. It was her, I think, that was just doing it.
she cracks me up.
Yeah. So I don't know if anyone noticed around, what was it, like 7:30 our time? When you did the vacuum, you did some vacuuming outside. I checked in really quick. They didn't seem bothered when I looked, but if they were at all freaked out around 7:30, Amanda was vacuuming something up. Also, Camp sent in a box. Can't be here because he's in Ireland and time zones and stuff, but he said he will watch the VOD when he gets up. If you wanted to say something to him. Oh, so one of these boxes. I see. He can't be here now. Okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah, we'll open the boxes in just a minute when Amanda's done with all this. Cool. Come on, it's 6 a.m. in Ireland. I sometimes get up at 5 a.m. during my winter for the Caturday chats. Accurate.
I don't expect anybody to wake up at 6 a.m. or 5
I don't
a.m.
expect people to be awake at 3 p.m.
for a chat. So
you do
means
what
if you
gotta do.
choose to do that while we love having you and we appreciate it. We by no means expect it. And if you choose to do that on your own, you can do that and you're crazy. But we don't expect everyone to do that.
And they're getting so big.
They are.
They really are.
They are getting so big. 100% accurate statement.
I actually set an alarm to be up and watch because I'm a nerd like that. Nice.
I was gonna say, in case I'm usually here for our...
Yeah.
Well, then we should have opened it first so she could go to bed.
Oh.
Or no, I guess you're not gonna go back to bed probably, because it's morning, not night. Or maybe you are. I would go back to bed.
You mean on Saturday?
Sometimes
Just right
I go back to bed
Yeah.
after I take the kids to school. Not always, but sometimes.
That was a good color. I like all of the purple and teals that are going on. It's very in line with our aesthetic.
Hi, baby. Yeah. Okay.
So you're gonna do the white.
Can you get me one of those blankets?
These?
Yeah. Put it on my lap.
Okay.
Good boy. Good boy.
That was Inigo meowing. I would sometimes go back to bed after being up an hour or so if I didn't have to adult.
Meow. Let me out.
Yes, it is Inigo. He has been catnapped. Verbalized.
Give me a Q-tip.
Q-tips.
Watching everybody down there.
That does not help much. This, you guys can't see him. There. Oh, buddy, don't struggle.
Good boy.
Yeah, Amanda is giving him
Hold still.
the medicated wipes for the ringworm. Oh, buddy.
You can't move, because if you move, you can accidentally touch your eye or something, buddy.
You need to get a glove on.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. They smell. They're so strong.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Good boy. That's much better.
Good boy.
Yeah, I
Hold
know.
still. Hold still. Hold still.
It'll be okay. There you go.
Good
Yeah.
boy. Good boy.
All right. Oof, boy.
Good boy. I know, it's so stinky, right? So stinky. Don't fall off. Stay on my lap. It's so stinky.
Has anyone offered fish? And is that meant to make it stay? It's not that it makes it longer, it makes it more possible.
That it will show up.
Yeah. So the standard for any event, whether it's raids or doing the Here Kitty command, is a 45% chance that the rainbow cat will activate. There's nothing that changes. No, I shouldn't say it that way. So that the offerings increase that 45% chance. There's nothing that you can do manually to increase the stay time, with the exception of like bits. Like technically is something you could do manually, or gift subs, or create a large enough raid. When old lady Gee did her raid, did the cat show up? I didn't notice. I really didn't even notice that raid happened, which is why I was thinking that the bot has an issue. Have you seen it say it's here and then left before? I think I did see that happen once. But that can also just be the fact that it, well, so like I think there's probably a big difference between what I can see and then what you can see, because the delay would be less on my end. Not completely gone, but yeah. You're just doing that one? Just in the middle? Okay.
I already put it on Wesley's.
It says it's here, and then the next message says it's left. Sure, yeah. That'll happen. That'll generally happen when it's like the timer version, because that's the shortest iteration of the event. I don't have these completely memorized, but from shortest to longest possible stay, because there's a scale, it's not a definitive flat rate. It's like the timed event, which I think is every 10 minutes, is possible. I didn't set the shortest to 0, that's impossible. The timed event and then follows are like the shortest things. And then hosting, I think, is the next shortest thing. And then pretty much after that, it's regular sub, and I can't remember if there's anything else beyond raids and bits at that point that trigger it. But raids and bits, it depends on how big the raid and how many bits are dropped, because it'll take those into account. Ready to open some boxes?
Yes.
Right, let me do this. Where's the scissors? There we go.
Feel free.
Going through.
You can open them too. It doesn't have to just be me.
Okay. All right. Go with this one first. Let's do it. right. This says, I could never be able to afford to foster kittens either financially or emotionally. I'd never want to give them up, but at least I can help you guys do it a little easier. Thank you for all you do. From Mickey Boo!
Well, thank you.
We got
Sweet, more wellness.
wellness. Thank
Yay,
you.
kitten food.
Delicious. And
wipes.
wipes.
Sweet.
These are great.
Can I see those ones?
Yes. Is that it? Yeah. There's so many slips in this box. It was like, I didn't miss anything, did I? Oh, there was a second message.
Septic, antifungal. What's the other message? Is it the same?
The other message is for this, because it says, get those icky worms. Also give the kitties kisses from me. I will not be doing the kissing part anytime soon. We'll get there eventually.
That's a mixed message. Get the ringworm and then also give them kisses so that we get the ringworm. Is that
What are you
want
trying to do?
happen?
I know they're not actually worms. Yes. Alright.
Yeah. Sweet.
Cool.
Thank you very,
Thank you,
very,
thank you,
very
thank you.
much.
So what's the active agent?
Can't
in
read.
those?
So it's chlora. I can't read.
Okay. Oh, this is so heavy.
Why do they have to print words so small?
They have to use it.
This is me with the walker.
No.
I can't read.
It's so they don't have to use as much paper for the label.
So this is chlorhexidine and aphytrium something. It's a little similar to this, but a little bit different.
Okay.
Antiseptic and antifungal.
Great.
This is antiseptic. I don't know if these ones are antifungal.
Gotcha.
So that would be
Oh,
nice
that's
if
awesome.
these have the
That's great.
antifungal and these ones don't. Yeah.
Means said. Oh wait. So you've done a taste test, Sam? Or was that the name of it?
This
Wait, what?
brand is the same as this.
What's
It's
the
the
spray?
same as this, but this is a foam and this is the white.
What it? I need you to interpret means as foreign language sentence. What did you talking about the? Oh yeah, no, that was a joke. I made jokes. Means then goes on to say those glasses are huge. Did you get them from the 70s?
I did.
70-cent store.
No, they're from Amazon, technically.
Okay. All right.
They're actually like blue. Ow.
Well, now we need to. No, I'm just kidding.
They're like blue light blocking, glasses for like the phone and the computer, but they're also reading glasses, so they have like a magnification as well. And they're not that big.
Yeah, means it's just being.
I have a small face,
That's true.
but these
too.
glasses
Those not
are
big.
normal sized glasses.
The 70s was 50 years ago.
That's when Sam was born.
Both
in
you
the
shush.
70s.
Shut it. Those are lies.
I definitely wasn't born in the 70s.
Okay. Inappropriate. We're moving on.
I was born in the 70s.
Moving on. Box number the second. All right, this says, enjoy your gift from setting up camp. It is.
It's more wellness.
Wellness.
Woo! See what I mean? That one's purple and the other one's yellow, but
It's
they're
the same
same
stuff.
food.
That's so weird. Yeah, chicken entree smooth loaf. Weird.
Isn't that weird?
All right, and
And then we have 4 that are all the same food. One is white, one is yellow, one is purple. Woo!
another purple box of wellness. Thank you.
Thank you, Camp.
And
I'm just gonna stack these.
wait, there's more. There's also more slips in here. Are any of these different messages? No.
Yay, food.
Still enjoying our gift. Okay. And what are these?
Oh, yay! More wipes.
More wipes.
Oh, and that's weird too because
And there's more.
these are the exact
Oh,
same
nice.
thing, but this one has an orange lid and this one has a white lid.
Alright.
So weird.
Okay. Should I go with there's two things left. Should I go with the big thing or the small thing?
Thank you. The small thing?
It is
Oh, sweet.
Cat Calming Paw Gel from Thunder Wonders.
We've been using this gel with trying to help the
Thunder
boys,
Wonder.
mostly with Moose, and also with Aria because it helps with her anxiety a little bit. It helps Moose when he's feeling really wild. Helps Aria when she's feeling catty. And
Yeah.
they like it and
Oh,
they
that's
eat it.
what that is. Okay, yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's great.
so it's been helpful. Yeah.
Also great, because we're going to be doing a lot of this with all this ringworm,
Oh, sweet.
is OxyClean,
Doing a
because
lot
we do
of laundry.
a lot of cat laundry.
Not only is their bedding, since I'm changing it every day, but my clothes as well, which I'm changing more frequently than normal. Like normally, I'd wear the same pajama pants for like most of the week.
Sure.
But like now
Sure.
I'm wearing them like once and then washing them.
Yeah. Thank you, Mickey Pooh. Thank you, setting up camp. Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
If you're out there and you want to
That's
help
great.
us out, you can always type !wish list in our chat, and that'll send you to our Amazon wish list. You can send the cat something of your choosing. You can also donate with !donate, or just bits, because we fancy like that now. Thanks, Means. Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Oh man. And
Yeah,
Patreon.
I realized that
We should push the Patreon
originally
more.
I thought that these, these guys would be here for like a couple more weeks and then they'd get spayed and neutered and they'd be adopted, within the month, by the beginning of next month.
I have a
And
beetle.
now, because of all of this ringworm stuff, they're gonna be with us a lot longer than expected, which means they're gonna be eating a lot more food than originally expected. So, yeah. We need to update that wording. You can help us for as little as $1 per month. Set it up and forget it. And Moose and Aria content to sit on either side of you last night, or they decide to fight for your territory? They did not fight. They were very sleepy and cuddly, and he just snuggled up right here, and she snuggled up right here, and I was like on the couch on my laptop, and they were like little armrests on my sides. They didn't fight with each other. There was, I was in between them, so they were fine.
Is that a suggestion for what the Patreon message should say? Because it does not say anything like that, right? You can help us for as little. Is that how I'm interpreting that? Okay.
I mean, that sounds like decent wording to me, whether that's
Okay.
her suggestion or what it already says, I don't know.
It does not say anything like that. I'm confident.
But also, I mean, if you're gonna push the Patreon, you should do more with the Patreon. Because you're really not posting things. I mean, like,
I actually just posted something.
because, I mean, part of the Patreon is like people sign up for Patreon and then they get sort of exclusive
Yes.
things, right? Like updates that before
Yes.
other people do or different
Correct.
things. But if you're not doing that stuff,
That's
then
true.
it's not really fair to push it.
Right.
You're not upholding your bargain. And that's a bargain. deal
Yeah.
thing.
I agree.
Well, the smallest amount is $1. Hopefully people would do more once they get there. But part of what I like is it's automatic. I don't have to do anything. I like that too.
Yeah.
Just in general with life. all of the things that have, especially those that have to do with money,
Oh,
that I
cat's
can
back.
just like set up and forget about it. I like those things. Our rent is one of those things.
Yeah.
It's just automatic. We don't have to think about it. Like all our bills, you know, just auto pay.
Yeah. Agreed. We got a Fezzik Buttercup pic on there a few days ago and 3 images for new merch today. Yes.
Well, that's good. I'm glad there's some stuff going on.
Yeah, I haven't been
Good job.
completely ignoring it. But it is like one thing a month. But also there's, 5 people on there right now.
Right.
If there was a lot more people on it, I would probably pay a lot more attention to it also.
But
It's a
that's not
double-edged
fair
sword.
to the people who
No,
aren't
I
there.
understand, but I feel like the people who are on there have expressed that it really is just an extension of their regular sub, and they're not really expecting anything at this time. But I do try and do a little
Sure.
extra.
I think Bridget. Is Bridget still on it?
Bridget is still on
Is
it.
it's Means and Bridget and like 2 other people?
Queen, she moved from Fan House over to Patreon,
Oh, okay.
which is good. That
That's
I don't have
good,
to.
because then we don't have to spread ourselves amongst a
I
bunch
never
of
meant for the
different
Fan House to
platforms.
launch. I was just like looking at it, and apparently the minute I set it up, it was automatically public, and I was like, fine.
Yeah, it's better
And she
for
found
us
it immediately,
to
and I was like, God dang it.
narrow our
Scope. Yeah.
scope, I think, rather than trying to do too many
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
at once.
Yeah.
Moose,
I was just gonna. I know it's you,
go away.
buddy.
I'm sorry, he
Cannot.
doesn't understand why he can't come in here, because we were letting him come in,
Yeah.
and now we're not, and like,
We should
He's
double
really
check all
mad
of them
about
and make
it.
sure they don't have ringworms, because he's been in here,
I mean, I
All right.
haven't seen anything on them, but we can take the light out there. Should let it go off first.
Yeah. Not today. We'll do it. Just so we see. Yeah, we do. I want to go watch the videos. Did we finish it? No, we still have one left.
I don't know, so.
Moose is knocking at the door.
He was making sounds on the door.
Yes.
Hopefully when I feed these guys tonight and tomorrow morning they eat the way they should.
Right.
And then tomorrow afternoon I can give them half dose of the medicine. But I might have to wait. I don't want to wait too long.
Right. Any questions?
Oh, was there a safe question?
I do not believe so.
There was, check it, because if there's not, then I just have a question to answer.
Hang on then.
I answered because somebody asked if they could save a question for a chat, and I said that there was a way to do it, but I didn't know how. I forgot it was in the channel point thing.
Right. What's that say?
And so I answered the question at the time.
I see.
But I did tell them that there was a way to save it. And then Means, I think, told them like the actual thing to do. But I don't know if they actually did it or not.
What the heck is that thing? Read this.
I forgot to save a cookie for Patreon. Every time I try to log in, it tells me I have to verify this device. It's the only device I've ever logged into Patreon on. And sometimes it takes so long to send an email to verify. I don't bother looking because I'm doing something else. Then 6 patrons, they did it.
Okay.
Fezzik just casually sitting on Buttercup. He's kind of sitting on all of them. He sort of just like walked over to the pile of kittens and like laid right on top.
Oh, they did the question? Alright. Hang
I
on.
thought so.
I wanna,
We should record it if they did.
I wanna find the question before I run the activation because it's been so spotty lately that I wanna make sure I get it and it doesn't just not show up. So just give me a second to manually
No,
do some stuff.
buddy. You cannot come in.
Patreon is showing me my own currency. I want to know your currency. What do you mean? It's like, I don't know. I'm sure I can look that up.
You can probably just Google.
Like the equivalent of what your donation
just Google
is?
it means. It'll tell
No,
you.
that's fair too. But,
I would look on it, but I don't know how to log into Patreon.
messages here.
Does Patreon not have a setting? That's a good question. For currency.
Maybe. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. Alright, let's see if it'll do it. This. Hey, it worked. When will the kitties be allowed to roam around the room freely? From Corgi321.
Okay, so I did answer this question earlier, and most of you probably already know the answer to this, those in the chat, but we'll record it for other people if they're curious. The answer to that question is not for a very, very long time. Because unfortunately they have ringworm, and it is going to take a number of weeks to treat the ringworm, and while they're being treated they are shedding ringworm spores that can spread around this room. So we want to keep that contained to a manageable area where we can clean it daily, disinfect it daily, change the bedding daily, and not worry about it spreading everywhere else in hard to reach and clean spaces. Their treatment will last most likely around 5 weeks. It could be a little bit less, it could be a little bit longer. Once they're not glowing under the light anymore, once they don't seem to be shedding anymore, once their fur starts growing back, then we probably will let them start running around the room again. My guess is that's going to be at least 3 weeks from now. So that would put us at, the beginning of April.
Right.
There's a good chance before that happens that they're going to be big enough to jump out of this pen.
Oh yeah.
And if that happens, we will be replacing this pen with a 4-level condo that we will wheel in here and put in that corner so that they can have more space to kind of run, but they won't be able to jump out. Did I forget anything? So that's pretty much why. We had actually started letting them roam around the room and play in the room last week. Because they weaned when they were 5 weeks old, and between 5 and 6 weeks they start getting big enough to where they can handle like jumping up onto the bed and kind of navigating the room, and they want more space to play and run. So last week they actually were out of the pen, and then at the end of the week was when we discovered the ringworm. So they had to be put back in, and now they're staying in there.
Yep.
Because we really don't want to cover the room in ringworm spores, because it's very hard to clean.
Yeah.
Thinking about future foster litters, we don't want the next litter we get or the litter after that to get ringworm.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just trying to contain the whole thing and then go from there.
Yeah.
Cool. Good question. All right.
I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I want to I don't know, I wish we could just post it somewhere. Like, these kittens have ringworm and that's why they're in here, because as they get, as the weeks go on, next week and the week after, they're just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and they're going to be jumping, and it's going to be like, why are these big kittens in such a tiny area?
I can make a command that says
going to be
some of that stuff, and just
very confused as to why are we not letting them out, you know? Like, they should be out playing.
Right.
People always love to give us their opinions,
Yeah.
Why are those kittens in there? You should let them out. That's so mean. You're so cruel. This is animal abuse. I'm going to report you. We love getting that kind
Nobody
of.
says they're gonna
People,
report us.
somebody said that once.
When was that?
They totally
That was
did.
a while ago, if anything.
They
I
were
don't
like,
remember that.
I'm gonna report you for animal abuse. You're keeping those kittens locked in that bedroom.
I remember that. That was so long ago. That person was clearly a troll for the sake of trolling. We weren't doing anything outside the norm at that point.
No, we
at
weren't.
all.
It was just kittens in a room.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, I just feel like, because yes, they should be running around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they should be doing right now.
Yeah.
And it is heartbreaking that they can't. And it's frustrating, and I'm angry about it,
Yeah.
to be perfectly honest. I'm just angry about the whole dang situation. Ugh. But you know what?
Mhm.
They're fine. They're safe. They're clean. They're happy. It's better than the alternative,
Yeah.
which would be like struggling outside
Oh,
or
yeah.
euthanized
No,
in the
that would be-
shelters. So
Yeah. Yes, these, yeah. Yeah, that's how it was gonna go. I mean, we saved them from a shelter, and yeah, they would not be here otherwise. All right.
it's telling me how much your monthly donations are, but in my currency are all four of them
Yes,
in a pile
they
there.
are.
Yes, they are.
It's
It's
hard to
like
tell.
the three kittens, like we're all kind of laying down next to each other, and Fezzik went and just laid right on top of all of them.
Yeah. So wait, here, let's see. That's Buttercup. That's obviously Fezzik. This is
There's
Inigo.
and Wesley's in the back.
That's Wesley's butt. Oh, there's Wesley's face.
Yeah,
Yeah, it popped up. Yeah, and Inigo and Wesley are pretty much
like blending
together, but that is
Yeah.
his butt.
Is that Inigo's face is like by Buttercup's face, or that's his butt?
No, Inigo's face is
By
behind
Wesley.
Wesley's head.
Okay,
So that's
his butt. By Buttercup.
Fezzik's head and ear next to Wesley's head.
Wesley's
and then-
using Fezzik's head as a pillow.
Yeah, Inigo's head
And
is,
Fezzik
this is his
using
ear.
poor Buttercup as a bed.
Yeah, Buttercup is squishy. Apparently, because I pay with PayPal, Patreon shows me my PayPal currency. That's weird. Huh.
Interesting.
Okay. I don't pay attention to any of that.
I don't know. I can't
Okay.
check any of that. All I can. Where's the phone?
Good. if you
All I
want.
can do is tell you what the payout was from the last Patreon,
Right.
which was like
$7.
$27
Oh,
or something
really?
like that.
Oh, I thought it dropped down. A few times I've seen kitties sleep with their faces in someone else's butt. Oh yeah, that happens
yeah.
a lot.
Especially Fezzik and Inigo,
Yeah.
because they fall asleep in person.
Mhm.
Where did my phone go? Did
I
they bring it
don't
in here?
know. I don't
Maybe they
recall
didn't.
seeing you with it while you've been in here.
Maybe it's in the living room.
Should we wrap it up?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Our next chat will be Saturday morning. If you've got an Instagram of your own and a fur pal you want to share with us, use the hashtag #CuteAvalanche in your caption, and it'll appear here. I will approve. I will allow butt pillow. My cat likes to sleep with my face, and I usually use his butt as a pillow. It's saying 13 New Zealand, and I looked at that, and it says 10 US. I was thinking it dropped a lot. Yeah, it dropped a lot. We had somebody who had been a bigger donor that dropped out. I think they were from way back on the mixer days, and I hadn't seen them around, so yeah. I said but, so you have to allow it, really. I allowed it. Alright, thanks for hanging out, everyone.
I mean, I don't like people.
No, that's
People
fine.
sign up for stuff
I
and
get
then a year or two later
Life
or 6
happens
months
and,
later,
yeah.
they're like, you know what, I should probably go through all these
Yeah.
monthly things I have going on to see what I'm,
Yeah. No, I thank everyone for any amount that they choose to do,
Yeah.
and then
And then,
totally makes
people
sense.
should rotate around and,
Yeah.
do somebody for a few months, do somebody else for a few
That's
months,
fair
whatever,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't,
that's true.
give to everything that you want to all the time. So
I mean,
the
they
best
could
way
be-
to do it is kind of to spread the love. And
They could be using that money to support Ukraine right now.
Sure.
Which I was thinking maybe we should put some stuff in
Little flags.
there, so like paint our panels or something. I considered it, but I was
Support
like,
for Ukraine.
we don't really have a lot of stuff at hand. Maybe with construction
Thought you
paper.
didn't like to get into politics, Sam.
I mean, this
Feeling strongly?
a little bit.
It's heartbreaking.
It's. I mean, yeah. But
It's just
there's a very personal element to it, I find, because he is a Jewish leader, and there's a lot of anti-Semitic stuff coming from Putin right now, and I'm like,
Yeah.
go
Definitely.
screw.
Definitely.
So yeah, I wouldn't mind doing something.
And I mean, you're not Ukrainian necessarily,
No.
but a lot of your lineage comes from
I have some.
those areas.
Yeah, I have a lot of
Slavic. Yeah.
And if he succeeds in any way, shape, or form, those other countries are next on the list.
Yeah.
Other people may not be aware of it, so the simplest thing you could do is update what Floofus says about it. Wait, what did I miss? About the
About
butts?
Patreon?
Yes, I will update that. Can you post that on the Discord, the copy that you suggested? Because I'm not going to find it again or remember it. It was worded pretty well. All right, I'm going to hit the credits and get out of here. Amanda's dying. I got to go buy coffins. Thanks for hanging out, everyone.